Praise be to you, Yahuwah my Elohim. Praise be to your Son, Yahushua my Messiah. I come at your feet in the name of your Son. Thank you for the knowledge you pour unto me, and thank you for breaking all the shackle that was bound on my face. Yahuwah, you are the only true living God. Thank you for your Yahushua, whom you truly love. You are Elohim, the Elohim of the Yahudim.
Shalom, family. This is The Remnant Awakens, and I'm your brother, Pierre Ligi. I'm glad you're here with me today. You know, sometimes I just gotta pause and say it's a blessing to even have these conversations, right? So, today we're diving into a question that, honestly, I think every single person has wrestled with at some point. Why is there so much evil? Why do we suffer? Why does it feel like darkness just keeps coming, even when we try to do good? I mean, if you've ever sat up at night, staring at the ceiling, asking, Yahuwah, why is this happening? You're not alone. I've been there too. So, let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the truth. Who actually caused evil? I know some folks want to blame Yahuwah, like, if he's so powerful, why did he let evil exist? But let's be real. Yahuwah is not the author of evil. He's the creator of light, of life, of order. Evil came through rebellion. Remember, in one of the previous episodes about Hasatan's story, we talked about Hasatan, the adversary, the one who was once a beautiful cherub, Halel, but pride got him kicked out. That's where evil started. It wasn't Yahuwah's plan for us to suffer. It was a choice, first by the angels who rebelled, then by humans who listened to the wrong voice in the garden. So, evil is a result of free will, of choosing to go against the Creator's instructions. I mean, sometimes I wish it was more complicated, but it's really that simple. Now, here's the question I get all the time. If Yahushua came, why is the world still wicked? Like, didn't he defeat Hasatan? Didn't he bring the kingdom? And yeah, he did, but not in the way most people expect. See, Yahushua came to break the power of sin and death, to open the door for all of us to return and to come to Yahuwah. But he didn't force the world to change overnight. He gave us the choice. The world is still full of evil because most people are still choosing darkness over light. And honestly, sometimes even those who claim to follow Yahushua are still holding on to things they should have let go. It's like the war is won, but the battles are still happening. We're in that in-between time, waiting for the full restoration. And as we talked about in the episode on spiritual warfare, Hasatan is still fighting, still deceiving, still trying to drag as many people down as he can before his time is up. So, what's the meaning of life then? I mean, the world tells you it's about money, fame, pleasure, or just surviving. But honestly, that's empty. I've tried chasing those things. Well, not fame. I'm not famous, but you get what I mean. It never fills you up. The real meaning of life is to know Yahuwah, to walk in His will and purpose, to love Him and love others. That's it. We were created for relationship, for covenant, for purpose. And yeah, sometimes that means going through hard things. But suffering isn't pointless. It shapes us. It humbles us. It makes us depend on Yahuwah. I know that's not what people want to hear, but it's the truth. Even Yahusha suffered. Even the prophets suffered. But they had hope, because they knew their purpose wasn't just about this life. Now, let's talk about something practical. Evil spirits and demonic oppression don't just show up out of nowhere. They come through open doors. What do I mean by that? Well, when we disobey Yahuwah, when we hold on to unforgiveness, bitterness, pride, or when we dabble in things like unrepented sin, like sin you excuse or hide, pornography, and sexual sin. These are massive spiritual portals. New Age practices like crystals, horoscopes, manifesting, yoga, occult and witchcraft. Even harmless ones like Ouija boards or dream catchers, drugs and altered states. This is sorcery. In Greek means pharmakia. Unforgiveness, this gives legal ground for torment. Bitterness and hate, this opens gates for destruction. False religion like praying to other gods gives demons access. Idolatry like worship of celebrities, pastors, statues, saints, even Jesus. And even listening to wicked music because demons ride on lyrics. We're opening doors. Sometimes it's generational, like curses passed down. Sometimes it's choices we make. But Hasatan can't just walk in unless we give him access. That's why, in the episode where we talked about the music industry and the systems of Babylon, I said, be careful what you let into your life. Not everything is harmless. Some things are straight up invitations for darkness. So, what weapons does Hasatan use? Man, he's got a whole arsenal. Deception is his number one tool, making you believe lies about yourself, about Yahuwah, about your purpose. He uses fear, shame, guilt, distraction. He'll keep you so busy chasing after things that don't matter. You forget who you are. Sometimes it's even religion. Yeah, I said it, twisting the truth, making you think you're serving Yahuwah when you're really just following traditions. That's why, in previous episodes, we exposed false doctrines and the importance of knowing the real names, the real covenant. Hasatan wants you blind, bound, and busy. But you don't have to stay that way. If you want to shut every door and walk in freedom, it starts with repentance. Turn away from the things that open doors to darkness. Confess, renounce, and ask Yahuwah to cleanse you. Get in the Word and study the Torah. Not just to read, but to live by it. Pray, fast, worship. Surround yourself with people who are serious about the kingdom. And honestly, sometimes you gotta get help. Deliverance, counseling, whatever it takes. Freedom is possible, but you gotta fight for it. Yahusha already paid the price, but you have to walk it out. And don't get discouraged if you stumble. Get back up. Keep going. The enemy only wins if you quit. Family, evil is real. Suffering is real. But so is hope. So is freedom. So is purpose. So is the ultimate power of Yahuwah Elohim, the Most High. Don't let the darkness define you. You were made for more. Stay awake, stay in the fight, and remember, you're not alone. We're in this together, and Yahuwah is with us. I appreciate you for tuning in, for seeking truth, for being part of the remnant. I'm Pierre Ligi, your brother from the tribe of Yehuda, and this is The Remnant Awakens. If this message shook your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video so it reaches more people. Subscribe if you're awakening to truth. And comment below what stood out to you the most. And one last thing, if this channel ever disappears, don't lose touch. Join my email list. The link is in the video description and on my channel homepage, so I can keep sending you truth no matter what happens. Until next time, Shalom. See you all on the next episode.
Praise be to you, Yahuwah my Elohim. Praise be to your Son, Yahushua my Messiah. I come at your feet in the name of your Son. Thank you for the knowledge you pour unto me, and thank you for breaking all the shackle that was bound on my face. Yahuwah, you are the only true living God. Indeed. Thank you for your Yahusha, whom you truly love. You are Elohim the Elohim.